Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to ABC Interactive English.
Oh, sorry I'm late. And I'm Karen. Oh, Matt, look what I have.
Yep, it's a soccer ball.
That's right. I know that you play soccer and we're talking about soccer today. So I just want to ask you, I have a little favor to ask you. Can you show everybody, like some special trick that you can do with the ball? I don't know, like what the soccer players do. I can't do it.
I don't know. I'm not so good with the tricks.
That's
not really
you are. Come
not
on,
really my thing.
Show everybody. Just try. Come on. Matt, go.
All right.
Okay,
Let's
come on,
see.
Matt. Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa! You really. Whoa. Oh my goodness, you are good! How often do you practice?
A couple times a week, but that's not real soccer. We don't actually score goals like that.
It's just the special tricks that you do to show it off, right?
That's right.
Well, I can't wait to learn about soccer today, and there's so much that I can learn from you. Yay! Let's go into today's lesson.
I can't wait.
Sadio Mane is a top soccer player in the UK. He plays for Liverpool and makes over £5 million a year. With that money, Mane enjoys a nice life.
Today, we're looking at part 1 of Sadio Mane, soccer star and role model. So we're talking about Sadio Mane. I think he's a soccer player, right? And we're also talking about the word role model. Soccer, what is soccer?
Soccer, I love soccer, by the way.
Me too.
So soccer is a sport that's played all over the world. When you play soccer with a soccer ball, and you cannot pick up the soccer ball with your hands, you can only use your feet to try to get that ball into the goal.
That's right, and only the goalie, the person standing in front of the net, can use their hands to block the ball, right?
That's correct.
And do you watch the World Cup? Because when I think of soccer, I think of the World Cup. That's like the biggest soccer game.
Yes, I'm very excited for the World Cup, which is actually this year.
Ooh,
So
I didn't know that.
That's right. I'm very excited to watch, my favorite team, which I usually watch, which is Germany. So they've always been a very good team in the World Cup, and they've won it many times before.
I know. Germany is actually very, very good at soccer. I also watch the World Cup too. And then, World Cup is once every 4 years, right? And I usually support Argentina.
Ooh,
Yeah.
A bit of a rivalry, a bit of a...
Yes.
Germany and Argentina play against each other.
That's right. Okay, well, the next vocabulary word we have is role model. So a role model is someone that you look up to, that you really, really like this person, and you want to become like this person. So, for example, my dad was my role model. He was always showing me how to be kind to other people and how to treat animals well and how to be responsible. So he was my role model. I looked up to him. How about you? Who is your role model?
Well, my role model when I was young was also another sports player. It was a hockey player.
Ooh.
So this was a hockey player that was the team captain of my city's team, and we used to go watch them play, and I would cheer him on, and although he actually wasn't the best player on the team, he was a strong leader who always guided the team and helped them to win.
And that's why he was your role model, because he was a strong leader, right?
That's right. I wanted to be just like him.
Well, today we're not talking about your role model and we're not talking about my role model. Today we're talking about Sadio Mane. So let's go into today's article. Sadio Mane is a top soccer player in the UK, United Kingdom.
That's right. So he's the top. Means he's the best, or he's one of the best. He's a top player, meaning there are more than one very good players, but he's with the other best players at the top.
That's right, and I think he's also very, very famous, right?
He is. I think I've heard of him many times.
That's true.
All
Okay.
right. So he plays for Liverpool and makes over £5 million a year.
That's a lot of money. So we know that if you're a soccer player or any like professional athlete, if you're very, very famous, you usually make a lot of money, right?
Yeah, and I wonder what he does with that money.
I really don't know, but he plays for Liverpool. What does it mean when we say he plays for Liverpool?
That means that's the team that he plays with or plays for, just like when you work for a company, you work for a company. So in this case, soccer is his job, so he plays for a team.
Oh, okay, I understand. And then, he makes over 5 million pounds a year. Now, pounds is a kind of currency that we use in the UK, right? So 1 pound is around how much?
Is around 37 new Taiwan dollars.
Ooh, okay, so you can do the conversion, okay? So people use pound in the UK, right?
That's right.
And with that money, Mane enjoys a nice life. And I probably think he would, because with that much money, he can have anything he wants, right?
That's right. With 5 million pounds, I think you can buy just about anything.
Exactly. What would you do if you make over 5 million pounds a year?
Ooh, I'd buy a nice car.
And how about a fancy, nice mansion, a big house?
That's right. Just gold and diamonds all over.
Really? Is that what you would spend your money on? Then I think you're very, very different from Sadio Mane.
Maybe I am.
Well, we're going to learn more about Sadio Mane right after the break.
However, he doesn't let his fame or money go to his head. A recent post showed just how humble Mane was. It had a photo of him carrying a cracked iPhone. It also had Mane's own words. He said, "Why would I want 10 Ferraris, 20 diamond watches, or 2 planes? What will these objects do for me and for the world?"
Welcome back, everyone. So we're still talking about Sadio Mane, and we learned that he is a famous soccer player, and he's one of the top players in the world, and he's making a lot of money being a soccer player.
That's right. So much money. Anyway, let's see what he does with that money.
All right.
However, he doesn't let his fame or money go to his head.
What does that mean? He doesn't let his fame or money go to his head.
I mean, putting money on his head? No. That means he doesn't let it make him feel like he's more important than other people.
Doesn't really change who he is, right?
That's right.
So fame is our next vocabulary word, is to be well known, okay? So the adjective would be to be famous. So an example sentence would be, Sadio Mane found fame and fortune as a soccer player. So we know that he is, a really good soccer player, and because of that, he became really famous. That's why he has found fame and fortune. And fortune means a lot of money.
And with all that fame and money, he didn't let it go to his head.
That's right. He didn't change at all. And I really admire, people who are like that.
Yeah, I mean, Sadio Mane is a good role model.
Exactly. Okay, and it says a recent post showed just how humble Mane was. Humble. What does it mean by humble?
Okay, so humble means that he's not too proud. That means that Sadio Mane doesn't walk around going, "Look at me, I'm Sadio Mane, I'm the best player and I have so much money." Because he's humble, so he doesn't brag, he doesn't
show off.
That's right.
And he still has a very, very nice and kind attitude towards other people, right?
Yes.
People always like to be around people who are humble, right? Okay, so it had a photo of him carrying a cracked iPhone. So we talked about how he's really humble, and some people saw a photo of him carrying a cracked iPhone. So cracked is our next vocabulary word, and that is an adjective. So cracked means like maybe you have an item or a glass, or for example, an iPhone in this case, and maybe you have the lines and it's about to break, and then cracked.
Ooh, it sounds like he dropped his phone.
And it's about to break. And he didn't even go and change a new phone. So he's been using maybe like the same old iPhone for a very long time. And we know if he wants to, of course, he can buy like 10 or 100 iPhones, right?
Right, that's what I would do.
Aw, come on, Matt. Be humble.
Okay. It also had Mane's own words. He said, "Why would I want 10 Ferraris, 20 diamond watches, or 2 planes?"
Yeah, why?
Why wouldn't he?
That's true because you said if you make that much money, you would buy a lot of cars, probably fancy watches too, and private planes.
That's right.
That would be really, really nice.
I would also buy, some of these fancy watches, and I think they would have diamonds on them. So that's
Wow.
another vocabulary word. Diamond is a noun, and diamond is a very expensive stone, and it's actually one of the hardest things that you can find on the earth. So people usually put diamonds in jewelry or watches, and if you have 5 million pounds a year, I don't know why you wouldn't want to buy some diamonds.
Well, and then people always say that, a diamond is a girl's best friend because all girls like huge diamond rings, right?
That's right.
Well, not Sadio Mane. Let's learn more about him. What will these objects do for me and for the world? And that's what Sadio Mane said. What would these objects do for me? So object is our next vocabulary word, and that is a noun. So an object basically just means a thing or an item. Something that you can see. So for example, I could say, the only object I see in the room is a chair.
That's right. And Sadio Mane is saying that these objects or these things aren't going to do anything for him. They're not going to make him happier. They're not going to make the world a better place.
Wow. So from that, we know that he really cares about maybe doing something nice for the world, right?
Right. Maybe
he cares about other people.
Maybe that's why we'll find out he's a good role model.
I know, that's true. Wow. Okay, I really like him already. Although I don't know too much about him, other than, him being a really famous soccer player, but having a kind heart is also very, very important, right?
That's right, and staying humble. And I look forward to learning more about him next time.
Of course, and we'll see you guys next
See
time.
you. Goodbye.
Sadio Mane is a top soccer player in the UK. He plays for Liverpool and makes over £5 million a year. With that money, Mane enjoys a nice life. However, he doesn't let his fame or money go to his head. A recent post showed just how humble Mane was. It had a photo of him carrying a cracked iPhone. It also had Mane's own words. He said, "Why would I want 10 Ferraris, 20 diamond watches, or 2 planes? What will these objects do for me and for the world?"
Hey, it's Winnie again. 各位今天好吗？在这次文章中，我们提到很有名的足球员 Sadio Mane。来看一下，我们今天第一个字是 soccer 名词，足球。I play soccer with my friends every Sunday. 我每周日都跟朋友一起踢足球。再来，文章还有提到 Sadio Mane plays for Liverpool and makes over £5 million a year.Pound 名词，英镑。通常讲货币的话，最常就是直接放上国家再加上 dollar。比方说 NTD 是 New Taiwan Dollar 新台币，或是 US Dollar 美金。那还有很常见到的 Euro 欧元。There are 100 pence in 1 pound。一英镑呢等于100便士。顺便学一下 penny 便士也是英国货币的最小单位。接着这个字是 humble 形容词，谦逊的。He's very humble about his success. Success 呢名词，成功。他对于自己的成功非常谦逊。最后大家应该都听过这个字吧 ？Diamond 名词，钻石。Diamonds are one of the most precious stones on earth. Precious 呢是形容词，是宝贵的。钻石呢世界上最珍贵的宝石之一。好了，来看看用语。那本次文章在讲运动员，提到哪位运动员效力于哪里就可以用 A plays for B. A 效力于 B. Naomi Osaka played for Japan at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. 大阪直美呢代表日本参加2020东京奥运。 接着是 go to one's head， 某人被冲昏头，常常以 let something go to one's head 表示某人因为某件事而自满，还有过度自信。Don't let all the praise go to your head， 别让所有赞美冲昏了头，不要因此骄傲自满。接着看到文章内 Sadio 还有说到 Well, what will these objects do for me？ 这些东西能为我带来什么帮助？就来到了我们第三个用语 A does something for B， 可以表达 A 为 B 达成某种结果，带来某种帮助、效果或是影响等等。如果我的朋友跟我说 I feel so stressed lately， 我最近感到压力好大哦，我会告诉他说 Exercise does a lot for your mental health. Try it. 运动呢，对你的心理健康也有很大的帮助，试试看吧。Until next time.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Ian.
I'm Jamie.
And today we're playing a game called Word Drop, where we have different words or phrases on these cards that we've never seen before, and we have to casually work them into a sentence. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
One of my favorite places to visit is England. I love the accent, a bit of an Anglophile. I love Big Ben. I love like the streets. I love everything being on the opposite side, you know, for us as Americans. And I just love like their culture. It's such an easygoing culture. Like people always like grab drinks after work, you know what I mean? And I love the English pound. I just think it's so pretty and it's like got all these different colors.
Oh wow, well I've never been to England, but I hope to because that description sounds really amazing. I have heard a lot about English food though, and also about English like culture, like English fashion and stuff like that. So I would love to visit and just like see all its sights, like the Big Ben, and like eat fish and chips and stuff like that, right? Like the things, it sounds like a lot of fun. And I've also heard about like English people. They have, you know, like a British accent, right? Which is, you know, you have to get used to. But one thing I did hear is that a lot of British people can be described as very humble.
That's true. I definitely feel like there's a stiff upper lip with English people. And also, I don't know if humility is the right word. I think it's more just like awkward. No, it's like this, I'm sorry. They're always very apologetic. I think that's more what it is. I don't know if it's humility per se. But I feel like one place you don't see as much humility is on the soccer field where these boys are playing soccer. Yeah, because they're just like all about winning, you know?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, now that you mention it, you can't really be too humble when playing soccer or any sport because how else are you going to win, right? If you don't have like the confidence. And yeah, so I think being humble like is only good for like certain occasions, right? So maybe not on the sports field, but I think perhaps when you're shopping, let's say you're looking for things and you want to buy, you should be humble when you go buy a diamond.
Sure, yeah, why not have humility when you're buying a diamond? I think that's really important because like you don't want to be picking out the diamond and be like, I have tons of money to throw around, like, and letting the wealth go to your head.
Yeah, I think letting something go to your head's like really bad just for, you know, yourself and for other people, right? So I would say that, speaking of soccer that we talked about earlier, I would say that when I was little, I used to like sports, like, you know, paying attention to sports and stuff like that. And I remember that my friend plays for a college football team.
That's cool. That's great. Yeah, college football. Those were the days.
See you next time.